Police officers should be the ones arresting people for breaking the law. But what happens when an auditor arrests the police officers and threatens them with a $10,000 fine?
If you're breaking the law, who's supposed to arrest you? Now, you guys are resisting arrest. That's going to be a $10,000 fine for each of you that you're all going to be billed. You're all going to be charged.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to my supervisor right now.
Oh yeah, I think you better.
Thank you. Yeah, he's going to decide what we're going to do from here.
Here are two insane examples of police officers having no idea about the law. Starting off, in Phoenix, a concerned citizen took it upon themselves to try and arrest police officers whom they suspected of committing a felony. Their concern stemmed from the officers towing a private vehicle that had no apparent connection to the state, and the citizen argued that the officers lacked the authority for such an action. The officers, on the other hand, firmly believed that they were acting within the bounds of the law. Take a look.
Now everybody here is under citizen's arrest. I know that doesn't matter to you guys because you're lawbreakers, right?
Yeah, negative, sir.
What's that? What do you mean negative?
We're not under.
Why aren't you under arrest? I just placed you under arrest. I'm a citizen. You guys are committing a felony, so I have a right to place you under arrest. Are you resisting? So you're resisting arrest. How does it not work that way? I'm aware of the law. And the law says that is there not a citizen's arrest in Arizona?
For certain situations.
Yeah, and what's the situation?
You can't do that.
What's the situation for a citizen to place you under arrest?
Sorry.
What's
You
this?
can either go on.
I know what the situation is. If you guys are in the act of committing a felony, which you're committing a class 6 felony, then I can place you under arrest. Unlawful arrest, kidnapping, breaking and entering. Did you break into this car?
No.
You sure? Now what about this car says it's a state vehicle? Does this look like a state vehicle to you?
Sir, I'm not going to do this for you.
Yeah, you are. Sir, what's your name? Let's see. What is that? BM. I don't know what kind of name that is. Swarangungai. No wonder I didn't get it. You're a lieutenant, right? What legal joinder does she have with the state?
We're not going to discuss this with you.
Let me understand something. How do you have authority? Where do you think your authority comes from? Where does your authority come from? What's that?
Where does your authority come from?
I'm responsible for you. Yeah. Who pays your bills? Who pays your bills? Yeah, and where does that money come from? Where does that money come from? The people, right?
Yeah, and I'm the people.
Yeah, I'm the people.
I'm the people.
You're a public servant right now. Yeah, but you're acting in the
sir.
capacity of a public
Go
servant.
on, please.
I'm the people.
All right.
Okay, so you're my responsibility, correct?
You can go
Who
on.
has the responsibility for who?
The officers clearly don't want to take him seriously, despite the auditor speaking pure facts. They think they've got all the power in the city and can get away with any felony. However, this guy is here to prove them wrong.
Who has the responsibility for who?
Are you going to...
I'm asking you, who has the responsibility for who?
You don't have a responsibility for me.
Yeah, I do. Because if you guys, okay, so if you're breaking the law, who's supposed to arrest you?
Sir,
If you're breaking the law, who's supposed to arrest you? Now, you guys are resisting arrest. That's going to be a $10,000 fine for each of you that you're all going to be billed. You're all going to be charged. I'm going to need to get everybody's name and badge number, starting with you.
8105.
Name.
S-P-E-I-E-R.
Zelman Lopez, 8792.
Measure 8618.
Thank you.
Just want your name and your badge number.
Wells, 8979.
All right. Well, I'm just letting you know, since I already let them know, I placed you all under arrest for a class 6 felony for unlawful arrest because you don't have any authority to arrest this private citizen. She's not a surety or have any legal joinders with the state. Now I'm going to give you guys an education here. You're policy enforcers, not law enforcers. Your name is police, for God's sakes. That's a root word, policy. You enforce policies like McDonald's policy. And she doesn't have any legal joinders with the state, no driver's license, no plates, no kind of connection to the state. You have zero authority, no more authority than I have. You are public servants that enforce public policies. That means if someone does not, and nobody's towing this car, where are the keys? Why is it getting towed? It's not a public car. I can give you 10 Supreme Court decisions that say you have a right to travel on the public roadways unless you're engaged in commerce. Was she engaged in commerce? I'll pull them up and send them to you. I have your name. Give me your email. I'll go ahead and send them to you. Okay, I'll send it to you. There are definitely multiple Supreme Court rulings, and I read judges. I don't read gurus on YouTube. I don't go through police handbooks. I go through judges' rulings. And judges in Supreme Court, state courts, U.S. district courts have all ruled that unless you're engaged in commerce on the public roadways, you have a right to travel on them and use them as you see fit for your own personal traveling around. The only reason that it's licensed is because you have to have, in case, like, if I went into a library and started a business, that's a licensed activity. Licensing is only for things that are illegal otherwise.
So apparently the officers are trying to get a random vehicle on the road towed without a valid reason, and the auditor is here to prevent that. So far, it looks like he's moving towards the right direction.
It's not illegal to travel in your private automobile.
You guys will have all day long to go to court, aren't
You will have to go to court too because I'm charging all of you. And you should be getting on the curb so I can arrest you. Honestly, you guys are under arrest, and what you're doing, what are you guys, sovereign citizens? You don't believe you have to follow the law? Yeah, see? You don't believe you guys have to follow. You're above the law because you have a costume on, right? No, you're not. The law says, look, see that? Non-commercial, private. Yeah? So what makes it a commercial vehicle? How is it operating? Operating is a commercial term. How is she operating a commercial vehicle? So you guys don't have any answers. You don't know the law. Do any of you even know the first 5 elements of the First Amendment? Anybody? Impress me with your law knowledge. What are the 5 elements of the First Amendment? No? Don't know them? Don't know them? So you guys are supposed to be enforcing the law and you don't know it. What do you know about the law? You know policies. That's why you're called police. Policy, police. See how they go together? You guys are not law enforcers. Sheriff is a law enforcer. He's an elected constitutional law enforcer. Even though they're not acting like it now. They act like policy enforcers. But you guys are, by your very name, policy enforcers, police.
The offenses keep on being added to their list by the auditor, and their lack of communication with him lets us know they don't care what he's got to say. But they'll be sorry, since the lawsuit here is unavoidable.
Now you're stealing a car. So you're adding that to the offenses. And I know you're a lieutenant, so you know what I'm talking about. You know what, that's why you won't say anything. Because if I was wrong, you'd say, no, you're wrong because of this and this and this, but you won't because you know I'm right. Right?
I'm not discussing this.
Yeah, because you know I'm right. This case has already been bonded out. The judge never replied. The courts never replied. No one ever replied because they don't have any arguments to it.
She'll be out quick.
In many states, citizens have the legal right to make an arrest, but there are specific conditions for doing so. A citizen's arrest is generally permitted if someone directly witnesses a felony taking place or has reasonable grounds to believe that a felony occurred. While it's true that police officers have the authority to tow vehicles parked illegally on public streets, this situation appears to be more complex and doesn't seem to fit that scenario. Next up, a laundromat customer accompanied by a service dog encountered discrimination when a new employee insisted that they leave, despite the legal rights of service dogs in public places. The incident became even more concerning when the police got involved, and they too seemed unaware of these rights. Despite the customer having proper documentation, he faced the threat of arrest for trespassing on private property with his service dog. Take a look.
I haven't talked to the manager.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, he told me that he spoke to you already.
So?
So I'm going to explain to you the situation, and then if you have any questions, we can address it, okay?
Sorry.
Is this your puppy back there, your dog?
Yeah?
So what he's saying is that he's just requesting that you not be here anymore, okay?
That's not going to happen.
Okay. Well, I mean, he has.
I have every right to be here, and he has no right to tell me I can't be.
He does actually. This is private property.
It is private property. What does the sign on the door say?
I don't know. I didn't read this.
This is why he's trying to kick me out.
What does it say? I'm not sure.
Go read it.
Okay. So
Don't walk up behind me.
you understand what's going to happen, right?
Ain't nothing going to happen to me.
Okay.
That's a certified service dog.
It has nothing to do with the dog. Okay. You've been given.
Really, it doesn't have nothing. Oh no, but that's what he tried to throw me out for. Having my dog in here. It's not about the dog.
No, it's not about the dog. They have the authority to ask anybody.
Over my dog. He's trying to throw me out. And he can't do that That's covered by federal law. And I know you guys don't understand what federal law is, but it trumps all this other shit that you guys try to pass your stupid narrative on.
So how would you like to solve this issue today?
I'd like you to get away from me.
Okay. That's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, it is.
Okay. So you have an option, man. You have an option. You're going to be criminally trespassed. If you remain on the property, you will go to jail.
Well, then have the owner come down here and tell me to leave.
It doesn't need to be the owner.
It does have to be the owner.
So at first they tell the man that they're not there because of his dog, which isn't true, since they have no other reason than that. Then, they tell him that he'll be taken to jail because of something completely legal. Let's see how this nonsense continues.
Okay.
According to the law, it does have to be the owner of the property.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. Because the owner, when I talked to her 2 years ago about the same issue that we're going through now,
What's going on 2 years ago?
my service dog is allowed in here. Okay? And he can't throw me out because of my service dog. And that's why he's trying to throw me out.
He can ask you to leave for any reason.
No, not for the dog.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do my laundry. Quit following me.
So you're actually not going to do your laundry. You're going to leave. He's more than happy to refund you, but no more laundry will be done. You have a driver's license on?
No, I'm not giving you shit.
Okay.
What law have I broken?
Well, several at this point. Okay. But
Really?
even in violation of any laws?
No, I'm not.
This is-
And I know damn well I'm not.
Okay. Okay. I mean, so what would you like to do?
I'd like you guys to leave me alone so I can get out of here.
If you would like to, all I'd like to do today is simply my job. Okay. A business has requested that I give you a letter of no trespass.
Go ahead and get it.
Okay. Are you willing to do that?
Don't matter to me.
Okay. That's fine. That's what we'll do.
Because you know what a letter of trespass means. It means a goddamn thing.
That's fine. If it doesn't mean anything to
It
you,
doesn't mean
we
anything.
can address
But
that.
remember this.
Yes, sir.
Has to be the second time.
Okay.
It's not the second time. This is the first time.
This is my grab you. Look, you sound like you are well versed, and I applaud
Oh
you.
yeah, I am.
Okay. You've already pinpointed that clearly I haven't been on this department for years and years. How old are you, sir?
None of your damn business.
Okay. You're older than me. You have more years on Earth, which goes a long way.
Not to you it doesn't, because, fresh out of the academy, you think everybody's the
I don't think you're.
bull. You walked up to me like I was a terrorist or something. Yes, you did.
I'm standing here trying to have a reasonable
Oh, now you are. Now you are.
Out of nowhere, the officer starts to act completely differently. He tries to have a reasonable conversation after threatening the man to arrest him, and is expecting for the man to act in the same manner. Ridiculous. But that of course doesn't work, so let's see what happens.
Oh, I mean, yes, we have.
And now you're threatening to ticket me for driving this without a registration when I've had it less than 30 days.
I'm not threatening anything.
No, you just did. I got it on camera. You got it on body cam, and I'm going to FOIA the body cam.
That's fine. You're more than welcome, okay? What I'm trying to get
What you're trying to do is exert your authority over me. You have no authority over me. You are a public servant. We, the people, are the boss, not you.
What I'd like to do today,
You work for us.
I do. I work for everybody, including you, including everybody in the business. All right?
And I wasn't bothering nobody except for white boy idiot.
Well, he just so happens to be.
And can you believe it? A f***ing biker calling the cops. Wow. Bikers don't call cops.
Okay. I have no idea. Is this his bike? Is that what
Yeah, that's his bike.
Okay. Well, regardless, what I'd like to do, you said this already doesn't mean anything to you. I'm going to tell you what it means to me, okay? There's a
I
letter.
don't care what it means to you.
Okay. It's a
You
letter
fill
of-
it out, give it to me, and go back to work.
Cool. If you're willing to meet me halfway and do that, that's all we're asking today. Whatever happens in the future, I hope that you're able to continue coming to this business if that's something you want to do.
Oh, I will.
And I hope you can bring your dog.
Well, you just made me lock myself out of my truck.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, whatever.
I understand you may not want to give me your name. Are
I'm
you
not
willing
going to either.
What's that?
I'm not going to either.
Are you willing to write it?
I'm not going to write it for you either.
Okay.
Because a criminal trespass doesn't need my ID. Doesn't need anything.
so he really just assumed that the auditor wouldn't want to give him his name, and then asked him whether he wanted to write it down for him. Clearly, to this cop, the situation is a joke.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk to my supervisor right now.
Oh yeah, I think you better.
Thank you, yeah. He's gonna decide what we're gonna do from here.
Yeah, I think you better.
In the meantime, try and get into your truck. So, are you ready to talk?
I'm right here.
Alright, so I spoke to my supervisor. We're not gonna press this issue any further today. Feel free to leave, okay? However, I'm gonna make you a promise, okay? I will identify you. I will fill out this letter of no trespass, okay? You're not welcome to come to this business, okay? There's been too many issues so far.
Oh yeah? What issues? You don't know me.
I don't.
What issues?
But I promise you I will.
What issues? What issues? What are you assuming?
I'm not making
What
any
issues?
What I'm telling you.
What issues? Don't tell me.
I am.
Answer my question. You said issues.
Yeah, issues similar to this.
Really? When?
I don't have
When?
specific dates for you. I apologize.
So see, you're taking the word of somebody you don't know, okay? Well, and that's what you guys like to do. You guys like to take the word of somebody lying to you, okay? Lying to you. You haven't done no investigation. You haven't checked the cameras.
Allow me to do an investigation. If you would like to provide information to me to conduct.
I don't have to
an
provide shit for you. You understand what the Fifth Amendment is?
investigation. So what I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to conduct an investigation without.
Do whatever you gotta do. Now leave me the. Go back to work. You're dismissed.
This incident underscores the urgent requirement for better education about service animals and the related laws. It's crucial that everyone, especially employees of public establishments, comprehends that service dogs are legally permitted in public spaces. Denying access to a service dog is not only unfair, but also against the law. We must always bear in mind that individuals with disabilities have the right to bring their service animals into public places. Moreover, it's essential for security personnel and all employees to be well informed about these rights and to act in accordance with them. This knowledge can make a significant difference in ensuring equal access and rights for everyone.